Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey guys, as y'all are jumping on Zooms at all times, let's make sure that we have our phones muted. It makes it so much easier and keeps all the distractions down from everyone else. I'm not sure what time we have because I don't know if my computer's a minute or two off or not. I think it is. We'll be getting started in just 1 minute here, guys. Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Saturday morning getting started.
Hear me okay?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. So, guys, every week, Sean, I'm going to mute everyone, so you might have to unmute yourself.
Okay.
So every week, guys, we have a different leader in the team, someone that's actually doing what it is they're talking about. You'll never have someone getting on any of the trainings that have not done what they're actually talking about. And more importantly, most of the people that are doing these trainings are basically in the trenches, like as we speak. This isn't something they did 2 years ago. This isn't something they did a year ago. It's something that they're actually doing right now and consistently helping new people. And you guys are in for a treat with this young man because this dude is going to totally rock y'all out when y'all hear his story. And what he's been able to do, just following a very simple system, it'll blow you away. So as you're watching this, just know that, hey, if I can do these steps that he's talking about, if I could basically do this and it worked for him, then it's possible it can work for me. So with that being said, Sean, I'm going to, they're telling me I'm cutting out. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the host over to you because I have to basically keep the computer plugged in because it is low on juice. So with that, whenever you just press end on the meeting, it'll automatically record and have not record, but it'll download it onto my computer. But I'm going to turn the host over to you so where you can mute people as they jump forward.
Okay. Trying to see where I would mute all when people unmute.
You'll have it now. You wouldn't have had it before. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go on participants.
Manage participants.
Yep. And then you'll see the mute all. And if you have the participants there when they jump on and they're naughty unmuters like we always have, you could just press the mute button right by their name.
Okay. And I hit manage participants, but I don't see mute all.
Try it one more time because you weren't the host and now you are.
Unmute all.
Well, if you're not going to have mute all because it's already muted all,
Okay, cool.
right?
Sounds good. Well, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to start out by congratulating each and every one of you for being here today in this company at this time. Right as we're and you know, as you know, 99% of you I don't benefit from financially. This is just all everything I'm about to say is just from my heart, what I truly believe, that we are just in the right place at the right time with the right company. No offense against all the leaders of this company, and they've the past 20 years, a lot of them have fallen on their face multiple times, been in horrible companies, been treated horribly. They've learned so many lessons for us to be here this day in this culture and built this simple system. It's just, I get chills about. So, congrats to you all on that. I'm going to be sharing a lot of things. Everything that I'm about to share, just full disclosure, is from other people. None of this was created by me. None of this is great. Not, oh, we got people coming in. Mute all. All right, back at it. So, of course, I'm going to lose my place every time someone comes in without muting, but I still love you all. Anyways, we're going to jump right into the 4 simple steps. Now, you're going to hear this over and over and over again. And still, I tend to start to veer away from the 4 simple steps, and I have to frequently get pulled back in. Sean, you're trying to reinvent the wheel, you're going off of the reservation, and it's not going to be duplicatable. So come back to the 4 simple steps. So that's why we teach 4 simple steps. Oh man, it's gonna be a roller coaster for many of us, but we just have to keep coming back to the 4 simple steps. And you cannot hear this enough. I know I can't hear it enough for it to sink in. So we're gonna do that right off the bat. So the first step is to drink coffee and be happy. So basically, whether you're lemonade or coffee, whatever your choice of drink is, your product. You're a walking billboard. I can't tell you how many times people have approached me and said, "You seem really happy." And obviously on Facebook, there's I'm going to show up the happiest version of myself, but there's a lot of darkness that I've been coming out of, a lot of personal problems, but it's important when I show a picture of me crying on my bathroom floor. Everybody has, personal problems and their own battles they're facing. But I want to show up as the best version of myself, and drink coffee, be happy is just a huge part of it. People are watching us. Okay, so what you put on your Facebook wall, it's so important that you're not drama, that you're not getting super opinionated on politics, and so just try to be that positive person, especially when you're showing up in life and on Facebook. I'll share something that just happened recently. It's probably like 2 days ago, where I've been following this guy on YouTube. Just a genuine guy, great heart, Christian. He's like a bodybuilding guy. He has 50,000 followers on YouTube. In my opinion, he's kind of a big deal. So I'm always trying to reach out to people, and I'll share this later, but basically, go get a haircut from someone different every time. Go get an oil change from someone different every time. And that way I'm putting myself in front of tons and tons of people that is going to give me more opportunities to share my story. My same, and being loyal to someone, I understand that's important for a lot of people. I get that. But for me, in my business, I am a slut. I am going to go hairstylist to hairstylist to hairstylist. And I'll circle back around and visit the same person again and support every small business I can. But I'm going to go oil change to oil change to oil change. And I'm going to keep on like personal trainer to personal trainer. So then this is what happened. I've been following him for like 4 years, way before I knew I was ever going to drink Happy Coffee or get into this industry at all. I reached out to him and said, hey, can I have a personal training session with you? And he said, yes, we'll schedule it for June 4th at 10 a.m. Okay, great. This is what I'm doing. So I shared my story with him when I made an appointment. I said, hey, I've been drinking this Happy Coffee. I did this, this, and this in my business. I've reached this goal. And what I'm trying to do is a before and after picture. I'm trying to show a before picture of my body before Happy Coffee. And then I'm trying to do an after that has like the beach body, the ripped abs, and all that kind of stuff. Not saying that Happy Coffee makes all the body fat melt off your body. It's just an amazing tool that I'm using to clean up my diet. I don't feel like I'm suffering. I don't feel like I'm struggling to, burn some fat because I'm not as hungry. I'm not having the cravings. I'm just have so much energy. So I'm doing some type of exercising. We advertise, drink Happy Coffee and all the fat just melts off your body. You don't have to do anything. So I explained that all to him. And I said, I'd like you to show me, drop some knowledge bombs on me in a couple of personal training sessions. Now, in that process, I shared my story. I did not pitch him on the business. He then started to reach out to me almost every day saying, all right, bring some samples here. And he started to share it with some of his business associates. Now today, he's becoming an entrepreneur and coming in, buying a bunch of samples, and he's just, with 50,000 subscribers, you're going to have a huge network to share with. Even if he didn't sample the coffee, even if he didn't become a part of the business, I was still going to get value from this personal training appointment. He's amazing. So it was a win-win for me. But now it turns out just by sharing my story, I could have a potential life-changing business partner. And so with that said, it's just an example, so you don't even have to do anything but share your story. And next one is to share a tool. So let's stay with this YouTube gentleman. The next thing I did when he started asking about the company is I invited him to a private Facebook group where there's some testimonials, and most of you should have some type of group to invite someone to. So I shared a tool. That's the next step. And don't be a tool. So in this, I was not getting salesy on him. He did not get any type of vibe. And trust me, I've come a long way in the last 8 months, but he didn't get any type of vibe that I was desperate for him to join me. Oh, join my team. Oh, become my customer. Please, I really need a customer. Like, he didn't get any of that. And there was no spamminess to it because I was going to genuinely be his customer. This is just one way to go about it. Obviously, there's a million ways to approach people, but so share a tool, don't be a tool. Also connect, in this case, with the YouTube guy. Not only did I say, all right, we'll do the sample, I invited him to the private Facebook group, and I did the three-way call. I shared 3 tools with him, and it wasn't difficult at all. The more that you do this, it's going to become so smooth for you. You just got to keep doing it over and over and over again. And your skills are going to develop just like a muscle develops. It's not going to happen. 8 months in, have so far to go. I mean, I'm just learning and growing every day. And so just be patient with yourself. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So anyways, the next one is share a tool, don't be a tool, then connect to the third party. So I already covered the 4 steps. That's the 4 steps. Now that I covered that, I want to back up a second and just share my story. I did a training a couple months ago, and I was having internet issues where it was all choppy and robotic, so I was asked to do this again. So I'm just going to share my story really briefly again. Typical traumatic childhood, nothing, too crazy. But when I was like 12 years old, I kind of checked out and I kind of went into the darkness of this world. Just to not get too detailed on here, went into the darkness about 12 years old and spent some time when I was like 17, 18, homeless, living out of my junky Chevy Celebrity. And I basically, from 12 to the ages of 25, was just kind of a lost soul. But fortunately, I was very good at running from the police, hiding from the police, and I never managed to get an arrest record. So I was clean at 25, and 15 years ago. I've been a police officer now for 15 years. I gotta remember to breathe here. So the past 15 years I've been a police officer. I have no sales experience. I never, ever thought I would have anything to do with any type of sales. And that was about 8-9 months ago. So let's go to, oops, I gotta mute all here. Okay, so now we're gonna go to 4 years ago. I tried to jump in on a fight to help one of my partners at work. And it turned out this guy was an MMA type of fighter. I didn't realize it, but he put me in the hospital pretty bad. I got a bad head injury. One of the firemen on scene said it sounded like a 4x4 like struck a tree. There was this loud thunk. Well, anyways, I get a severe head injury, and from there I just started to struggle. I was this as a police officer, as far as being in the right place at the right time, catching the bad guys. And I just started to go on this downward spiral. My energy went down. I got some depression. I got some anxiety. I started to isolate myself from all the other police officers. And, I was just going through some dark times. So I went to diet and exercise because I didn't want to go to alcohol or drugs. I'm pretty sure they'd frown upon that as a police officer. So I went to fitness, became diet and health nut, like an addiction. And diet and health fitness was not doing the trick. So then I went into supplements. Maybe supplements will help. And I wasted thousands of dollars on a bunch of crap. So then, and I've shared health products with my family before, like, hey, try this protein shake. But I've never actually, this is my first company where I've actually ran with it. So then I was introduced to Happy Coffee. And it literally changed everything for me, where it's helped me with my anxiety, with my depression, with my focus. I finally got the all-day energy that I've been looking for. And also with that fitness and health type of addiction, I also had a food addiction. Even though I'm not overweight, I would be eating crap foods, and I had, believe it or not, as a police officer, an addiction to donuts. So this was able to help me with that, and I haven't had sweets in I don't know how long. Each month on the Happy Coffee, my diet just cleaned up, and I wasn't suffering. I wasn't like dieting. It was just so organic that I was able to clean up my diet and overcome my food addiction to where now I'm 8-9 months in, and it's shifted to where now food is fuel for me. And I've gone to like almost 80% of what I eat is plant-based. and I just would never,
Stop, that's a lot.
oops, got to mute all here. So I just would have never have thought I could make this much progress. I lost 5 inches off my waist, and you know, I'm keeping it off, and I'm feeling great health-wise. So it's been awesome. And let's see here. So then after that, I just decided, you know what, I'm going to share this with everybody I know. And if I'm going to share this with everybody I know, I just love people. I've loved people my whole life. That's part of why I wanted to become a police officer. I really loved serving people. So that's what I did. I just started sharing it. And I never had a Facebook because police officers aren't supposed to have Facebooks. So you're supposed to keep your whole personal life on the down low. Well, so in the past 8-9 months, I've built up a Facebook to 5,000 friends. And you know how that works, where a lot of them I don't even know yet, but I've done the Facebook trainings, and reach out to your upline for a Facebook training so you could learn the daily things that you need to do to build your Facebook network. So many people come in here and they have, like, let's say 1,000 Facebook friends. And, you know, if you want, not everybody's going to have the drive that I have. Like, I know what this means for my family, the freedom that it's going to create. So I have a really big why. And so I don't expect everybody to be a freak like me. So I need to stop 1 second and just honor those people. If you just want to be here, drink the coffee, share it with a couple family members, and have a couple customers here and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I love you just as much as I love the biggest rock star on my team. And that's what everybody needs to remember. It's called the 80% rule. 80%, oops, got to mute all again. 80% of the people who end up joining your team in the coming years are going to be just that. They're going to be, you know, they're going to love our family environment, our culture, our team calls. They're going to love the personal development. They're going to share it with a couple family members, but they're not going to build a huge business, and that's totally okay. It's very important to love everyone where they're at. Otherwise, 80% of your downline volume will leave and go elsewhere. If what they're doing is not enough, then they're going to say, okay, well, apparently I'm not enough, so I'm going to go elsewhere. So you will lose 80% of your downline volume if you don't love on everybody equally. And I think that everybody in my team, like, wholeheartedly knows that I truly love them, care for them, and I'm here for them. And it's just important for everybody who puts their trust in you to know that. So I got off on a side tangent there, but be back with you in 1 second here. So I'm going to go back one more time to you don't want to just have Facebook. I know that Facebook is a huge reason of how I built a business. I mean, it's a huge reason, but don't be totally narrow-minded on just Facebook. My face-to-face interactions are a big part of where I'm, like right now, I'm Diamond. I'm going to go to the top of this company. I don't know if it's going to be a year from now or 2 years from now or 5 years from now, but I'm going to go to the top, and it's not going to be just from Facebook. A lot of it's going to be for, like I was talking about earlier, where I get a haircut from someone different every time, and I share my story, the oil change, the massage therapist, my workout partners. Like, if there's someone who has a lot of workout knowledge and I haven't seen them in a few years, I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to ask them, what gym are you at? Okay, can I meet you there on Thursday at 9 a.m.? Can I do a workout with you? Not only does that person, it's great to see that person, they add value to me. I could add some value to them. But what am I going to do when I see this person? I'm going to share my story without being pitchy and shoving samples down their throat. I'm going to share my story and plant that seed. And so keep open-minded about putting yourself in front of every walk of life. Don't prejudge anybody. It could be someone who's been doing concrete for the last 20 years, or someone who's worked at McDonald's for the last 10 years. I mean, just don't prejudge and share your story. And just remember that some people are not going to be interested right now, but then some people are you're gonna revisit them. And every time you go to their Facebook wall and you comment and love on their Facebook story or their Facebook post, you're not saying, buy my product. But what you just did was you followed up with them just by commenting on their Facebook story. Because it's going to say, oh, Sean. Oh, yeah, Sean, that whole happy coffee thing. Yeah, maybe I should try it. Well, with this whole COVID thing, maybe this whole at-home business thing isn't so dumb like I thought. And so many people are going to become open that were not open in the past due to all this horribleness we've been through this past few months. So let's see here. What else we got? Now on Facebook, you get what you give. It's very important to know this. Some people will tell me, hey, Sean, I did a post. I only got 1 like. And just so you know, I only got 1 like for like the first month. It's going to build over time. You just got to be patient with the marathon rule. And you go in before you do a post and you love on a bunch of people's stories. You like and comment on their post. You get active before, and then afterwards, right away, right after you put up the post, if anybody comments, you got to fire a comment right back. And that is going to let Facebook push it out to so many more people. So it's definitely you get what you give. Somehow the Facebook algorithms work that way, where if I do not enjoy, I'm trying my best, but I do not enjoy spending a lot of time on Facebook. Like, comment, being authentic while I do it. Like, comment. I don't enjoy that, but it's part of my business. It's part of what's building my business and building my network. So I will spend like 3 times a day, little 10 to 20 minute sessions of just like, comment. And that's going to push my stuff out. And again, we're all busy. We have better things to do than to like, comment on Facebook. But I know what this means for my family, and I want to push my content out and help as many people as I can with this stuff. So that's part of it, is just you get what you give. So I just want to share a story, and I'm not bashing this lady at all. It may sound like it, but there was a story of a woman who joined this business, and she said, oh, I have an internet problem at home, so I can't get on the team calls. I can't get on. We have these morning calls where the whole team will get on and we'll share stories, and it really increases your belief to be on team calls. And it'll really get you out of funks, especially in that roller coaster. And this lady told me, well, you know, I can't get on those team calls. That whole Zoom thing, my internet doesn't work that good. And I can't, you know, build the Facebook network. I can't do Facebook posts. I can't, like, every single thing in the simple system she was saying she can't do. And then she quits the business like 3 months in, 4 months in. She's like, oh yeah, that whole thing, it didn't work. I really tried to sell it. I couldn't get people to, you know, and I wasn't there when she was presenting the business, but if you're not doing any steps from the simple system, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I could almost promise you that you're not going to have success here. This simple system is put together by people who put years and years and years of thought into this. This wasn't just created. I mean, if you stick to this simple system, you're going to win. But will you win in 3 months? in 1 year or 2 years. It's different for everybody. Just to tell you a little bit about my journey here was I basically, my wife is not a believer in this industry, a believer in this company, anything. And so I had that working against me from the get-go, but I had to explain to her, hey, the first 6 months of this business, I'm not going to collect a paycheck. Any money I get in, I'm going to put it back into the business and in the form of samples. And I'm going to get this in the hands of as many people as I possibly can. And I dealt with a little hate with that. And but I'm so happy I did. So what happened was the first 2-3 months really didn't make any money here. I'm just being transparent, and that's okay. And then I was like, a little bit of like, I hear people talking about my team, and I'm like, I don't have a team. I don't even have one entrepreneur. And you know, I'd get my, I don't know if it was my ego or I always my past, I would always kind of play the victim. Oh, got to mute all here. So in my past, I would play the victim a lot, like, oh, everything's happened to me. Oh, my traumatic childhood. Oh, the guy who gave me the head injury and my bosses and this and that. And I would always, you know, play the victim. But here, I was able to jump out of that with the support of my upline. So reach up if you are having any trouble once you hit month 2, month 3, even if it's month 6 and you got no entrepreneurs and you're really struggling, reach up because your upline is not psychic. If they feel you reaching up, if they hear you reaching up, and it might not be your direct upline, you might have to skip that person if they're just, you know, going through life traumas or they're slacking or whatever. I guarantee you there's a person in your upline that is here to help you and is going to love on you and support you through this journey. So basically, first 2-3 months, I don't make any money. Month 4, all of a sudden, all these people started joining my team. And all that Facebook work I was doing 7 days a week, I'm not talking about like crazy all day Facebook work, but a couple hours a day for 7 days a week, it paid off. And then month 4, people started to join. And then I started to develop a team and I started to earn a paycheck. And it was just crazy how I thought I wasn't collecting a paycheck for 6 months. But then it was like so overwhelming that I couldn't possibly spend all the money that I started making month 4, month 5. I couldn't spend that all on samples. I would have a garage filled with samples. I'm not going to do that. So I started, you know, collecting a paycheck, which has been so life-changing for me and for my family. This past Christmas was the first Christmas where I wasn't living paycheck to paycheck my whole life. And it's just such a great feeling to not put Christmas presents on the credit card. And this is only the beginning, you guys. We are going to be the pioneers of this company. This company is just unfolding. God bless all of the leaders that have dealt with the first 2 years of this company, because when a company just starts, there's a lot of roller coasters, ups and downs. I'm so thankful for them for dealing with all the headaches that they did, but we're in at the right time, and this is just unfolding. We are going to go to $1 billion company, and this whole decade is going to be growing and growing and helping thousands and thousands of people. And it's just, again, such a blessing. So I want to, so then after month 4, month 5, month 6, the business grew. Maybe it only grew like, you know, $20 in income one month, but it grew every single month after that. And now I'm 9 months in, and just so thankful for where I'm at now. I want to stop one more time and talk about the crabs in the bucket. So I'm not gonna, don't think this has been easy, effortless, like this is a get rich quick. It's not. I've dealt with more in the last 8-9 months than I care to even share. But there's a theory called the crabs in the bucket, where if there's a bunch of crabs in a bucket and one crab's trying to crawl out of the bucket, all the crabs will be grabbing at that other crab trying to get out, trying to drag them back down. And that is what I've experienced with family, with coworkers, my bosses. What's going on with Sean? He's rising, he's growing, he's expanding, he's going towards financial freedom. We got to drag him back down. And so many people, they don't even realize they're doing it. But watch out for the crabs in the bucket and don't let them stop you. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, but trust me, on the other end, you will be able to, show them, hey, the financial freedom. Some of the people that are dragging me down into the bucket, I'm going to be able to help them when they're in their darkest hour. And I'm going to be able, with my time, because I'm going to have my time freedom, I'm going to have my financial freedom, I'm going to be able to give, love, and serve so many people in this world because I'm doing the work now, showing up 7 days a week. So for what it's worth, that's the crabs in the bucket. Just watch out. Also, watch out for shiny things. So as I started to get a team and people can kind of smell some success on my Facebook, a lot of people are going to start reaching out to you like, hey, I have an opportunity. Hey, I have an opportunity. And, some of them are going to seem kind of cool. But what you got to understand is that you got to ignore all those shiny things because it's only going to drag you down and slow you down from where we're going here. Again, I do not benefit financially from you staying at this company, 99% of you. But I'm telling you, you're in the right place at the right time. And I truly want what's best for you guys. So ignore all those shiny objects around you. Trust me, they're going to be everywhere. And just stay grounded and stay focused on where you're going. And we are going to have a huge party on the beach. And you're going to remember me saying this one time. Every time you see a shiny object, someone coming in and offering you an opportunity, remember, oh, this is one of them shiny objects. No, thank you. I wish you nothing but the best, but I'm staying focused on target with my company. And things are not always going to be wonderful here. It's going to be a roller coaster. We're growing as a company like crazy. So be patient with the company best you can. I can't say it enough. We're just in the right place at the right time. So I wanted to share one tip about the reticulating activator. I might be screwing this up, but it's a part of the brain that kind of looks for the good, looks for the bad. And so I want to show you something that I made. And so it says, I am a black diamond. All right. Because right now, I know ranks aren't important, but it's about my growth moving towards my goal. So it's not the specific rank, but you get the picture. Right now I'm a diamond, but my plaque says I'm a black diamond. Why is that? Because every day I look at myself, I tell myself I am a black diamond. But that's not enough. You can't just, I'm a black diamond, but I'm not going to take any action. You have to match it with the daily income producing activities. So now my reticulating activator in my brain is looking for me to get to my goal because I'm saying I'm a black diamond. I'm going to have 500 by August 1st. I'm going to have 500 new people in my business between customers and distributors. Somehow in my downline, I'm going to be helping in some way an additional 500 people. Now, my reticulating activator is going to look for that, and it's going to make it. And just like I told you, this guy with the 50,000 subscribers from YouTube, I didn't know that he was going to come my way. I had no idea. But do the daily things, and if you're doing this part-time or full-time, the time you could invest is going to vary. So like for me, for example, if I'm not working, I'm going to invest 5 40-minute blocks of work per day. And the reason why I do 5 40-minute blocks is it's an ever-evolving thing, but because I like to move my body after 40 minutes of sitting at a desk or staring at my phone. So I make it 40-minute blocks, and I set my alarm, and 40-minute block will be where I wish my happy birthdays. I'll go in and I'll unfriend I'll unfriend people. I'll go back about a month and I'll keep track of where I'm at. Like right now, I'm at like April 15th. I'll go back on my messenger to April 15th and I'll see who I wished happy birthday to. If the person is not really active on Facebook, if they didn't even give me like a thumbs up to a happy birthday, then they're probably not active. I wish them nothing but the best, but I'm running a business on Facebook, so I'll unfriend them. And that way that's going to help Facebook show my stuff to more people. So it's kind of removing dead weight. And so 140-minute block would be wishing people a happy birthday and unfriending people, and then going in and doing some liking and commenting. Now, I was taught by a rock star here to wait 3 days after their birthday. The reason why I do that is because we all know that on a person's birthday, they get overwhelmed with like 100+ messages saying happy birthday. And your message is not really going to stand out. But if you wait till the 3rd day after, so I've got it set up where every day I go in and go to my alerts, go down to birthdays, scroll down, it'll take you to where it's 3 days, birthdays 3 days ago, and I'll go in at each person there, I'll say, I'm a little late, but I hope you had a happy birthday despite all the chaos. And then this part's very important, where then I ask them a question, such as, were you able to get out? You know, is your state opened up yet? Just a simple question. And that will start a conversation. So this is a person out of my 5,000 friends who I've most likely never had any contact with. Now we get 4 or 5 messages back and forth. And talk to your upline. Maybe this is a good idea, maybe it's a bad idea, but what I've been doing is I've said, hey, you know, if we got a decent conversation going, hey, I've been, you know, a police officer for the past 15 years, but I'm also sharing this happy coffee that everybody's talking about. And then I go into the script of just, have you heard of the happy coffee? I've been sending people all my Facebook friends a sample for my birthday. So send me a mailing address if you'd like to try a sample. And at that point, and I also put in that message that I'm going to invite them to the group so they could get more information, so they could see more information about what I'm sending them. And that's a huge part of this process, is to get them into your group. Whatever your group is, get them in there before you send a sample, and that group will drip on them. So then I'm going back and forth with that person, and it all stemmed from a happy birthday, someone I never knew before. Now I'm slowly developing a Facebook relationship with them, and eventually tagging them in our private Facebook group. I'm sending them a sample, and I'm creating, and it's not going to be as effective, in my opinion, as someone who's truly excited about a product, who's truly been looking for something. When you do the happy birthday, and it is what it is. I'm not personally too worried about it, but I'll move on. So learn to love the stretch. When you're doing something uncomfortable that's going to make you grow, learn to love it. Like doing this training, I could never imagine 8-9 months ago that I'd be doing a training like this, that I'd be completely comfortable just doing this training. So just know that you're going to be growing every day. Learn to love the process, okay? And give yourself credit for every sample just to give you an example, every sample you set up, almost give yourself a pat on the back. Be like, you're doing good. Sean, you're doing good. Doing good. You got another sample out. You can't control whether that person becomes a customer, becomes an entrepreneur, but you could do everything that's in your control, like the proper follow-ups after giving a sample. So learn to love the stretch and give yourself credit for all those little things along the way. You need to, otherwise, it could be a thankless job sometimes. So you gotta love on yourself along the way. You will be shocked how much you grow in the next year as a person. And that is another amazing part of this business that's not in the form of money. Your personal development is going to happen it's another blessing to this industry and this business. I'm just so thankful I found it. Now, your why is very important, and it will adjust over time. So I'll just give you, like, for example, 2 months, and he's got a newborn baby, and it's just very traumatic. And I just think about my kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, and it's like, I've done 15 years as a police officer. I'm ready to move on. So every time I don't feel like doing the income producing activities, every time I don't feel like doing the Facebook or making a call to some prospects or going to a new oil change place and sharing my story with them, I think about my why. What's it going to mean for my family, for me to work from home all over? And I've been from Chicagoland my entire life, but we've always had a dream to move to Florida. And anybody on here who's from Florida, reach out to me, because we're trying to figure out what town we're going to move to. On a side note, it's always been our dream, and we're going to do that in about the next 6 to 12 months. Thank you to this business, I'm going to be able to pursue my dream and move my family to Florida. And in my opinion, show them a better life where you don't have 3 months of each year where you have nice weather. It's a little bit more than 3 months of nice weather in Florida. So any suggestions on where we could go, let me know through Messenger. Now, this is another thing, free will. Now, very important that from 5 a.m. till noon, my free will is, or not free will, willpower is much stronger 5 a.m. till noon. So I've got what I call right now, it's a 5 list. 5 40-minute blocks that I have set up ahead of time of how I'm going to do my income producing activities. If I don't do those, first of all, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., my kids are sleeping. So it's a huge time for me to be productive. Okay, so you got to learn yourself. And I know from 5 a.m. to noon, I've got to get those 5 things done, those 5 40-minute blocks. Each one is already aligned, set up of who I'm going to call, what I'm going to do on Facebook, the team members that I'm going to talk to. And don't start, you got number 1 on your list of the 5. Don't start number 2 until you finish number 1. Otherwise, I just get scatterbrained and I'm all over the place. So once I finish number 1 40-minute block, I go on to number 2. Then I go on to number 3. And if I don't get done with the 5 by noon, sometimes life happens, but I want to know every day that I did my best. Did you do your best? Okay, so maybe my kid got hurt. Maybe my daughter, and I need to just shut down the business for the day. Okay, my daughter needs me, but I did my best from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. I didn't finish my 5 list, but I did my best, and I need to be there for my daughter. And so it's all about finding balance. But for me, I got to get my stuff done by noon. And my kids know I'm working till noon, even though I'm at home. And then noon to 9 p.m., I could dedicate to my family and team members, or, I still check my phone every couple hours and, this person I got to get this person in the group. So I'll still do little tiny blocks, but for the most part, I'm focusing on the family from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then I get ready for bed. So, and then there's team calls, in the evenings a lot. And what I will do is, how can I still devote that time to my family, but still get in on a lot of those team calls because they're so important. Same with when our next convention comes up. If we'll get to that next, but basically with the team calls is I will have an earpiece in my ear and the team training will be playing. And I'm snuggling with my daughter and my son on the couch. It's an 8 o'clock Central Time call. I'm with my family. I'm snuggling. I've got one ear available if they need anything. And they're watching their stupid cartoon that I could care less about, but I'm with them. I'm loving on them. I'm I'm getting some family time, but I'm still getting the team call. So that is a huge part of why I think I found success is that I've made it a priority. Saturday morning trainings. Chris Schweda has a YouTube channel, Chris, Schweda. Go to the Chris Schweda YouTube channel. There's tons of these Saturday morning trainings in there. And I would put that in my earpiece during the day. Even from the 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., if my kids are playing with friends, I'll put one of those trainings in that I've already listened to 3 times. I'll listen to it a 4th time as I'm folding laundry, as I'm cutting my grass, as I'm doing dishes. I'm listening to a training. And by the way, personal development, if I'm listening to an audiobook, that's sometime between 12 p.m. and 9 p.m. If my kids are playing with their friends or whatever, I will dedicate some of that time to personal development. I don't do personal development too much in the morning because I need to focus on my income producing activities. So just try to make those trainings, pound them in your head because they become second nature. Like I told you, Gabrielle taught me about this 3 days after the happy birthday. You wish them happy birthday on the 3rd day. It's ingrained in me. I've listened to Gab's training and Bobby Joe's training, and there's so many amazing trainings. I've listened to them like probably 10 times. So it just becomes a part of you. Just while you're living life, you don't have to watch the video, just listen to it while you're living life. So I know we're running low on time here, but if you got to jump off, feel free to jump off. I just have a couple more things to share. Conventions. So, it's not convenient to spend the to go to a convention, to get a babysitter and figure out how you're going to get there. But it was life-changing for my business. Last October, I went to the first convention that was available while I was in this company. Not only did I meet so many people face to face and learn how these leaders here really do care. They're not standing behind a rope and you can't touch them. I became a part of this family at that convention more than ever. And you just got to make it happen. I mean, if my sister was getting married, my blood sister, then I guess, sure, I would have to miss the convention, but it would have to be something crazy high priority to miss a convention. I promise you,
Sitting here.
Move.
Oh, I gotta mute all here. It's a tax write-off when you travel for your business and things like that. Just make it to the convention and your business will grow.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of unmuters. Hold on one second. So, wow, it's like they're intentionally unmuting. Okay. So, get to those conferences, and if you show up to that conference, look around. You're gonna be growing every conference. Now you show up to the next conference, half of those people are probably going to be gone. You're going to be showing up to those conferences and sticking with the same company because we are so blessed. I mean, I can't even believe that me being new to the industry, I just fell into this company that is already done everything it needs to do to create this culture and this simple system. It's crazy. So remember, the seeds you're planting now are going to turn into fruit when this Corona stuff has passed. So May was a rough month for all of us. So don't think that May means anything for your business. All these seeds you're planting are going to turn into fruit, especially when this whole COVID thing's over. So many people are going to come open to this business. So keep showing up on Facebook. Keep doing the daily activities. If you are not having success, and it's been 6 months, it's been a year, go to your upline and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Text them screenshots of your conversations. Your upline is going to guide you back to the simple system and make sure you're doing the income producing activities and showing up on the team calls. And I promise you, some are going to be faster than others. Some have experience, but I could tell you that nobody on my team has prior network marketing success. They're either new to the industry or they never had success before, but we're all winning here. So just stay the course. just did I stumble upon this company my first try. So so that'll be about it for today. Just remember, your career, work, mission, combine your mission with your family. And that goes with my earbud while I'm snuggling with my kids. Set your phone in your kitchen drawer for an hour here and an hour there throughout the day, and be intentional about your family. Or even if you live alone, just kind of take a break and invest in yourself. You want to not burn the candle at both ends for too long, because you need some personal care, you need some personal development, you need some time with your loved ones. And so I just want to thank you all for your time. And Kiri, could you unmute for a second and let me know if there's any questions? Anybody, feel free to jump off if you got to go, but I was going to answer a question if Kiri happened to notice any questions.
Sean, I didn't see anything. I've been trying to keep up with the chat, but I haven't seen any specific questions or anything like that.
No problem. Everybody, Kiri is my upline. Amazing team that I have, the amazing people that I've met, and Kiri, just such a blessing. So thank you to all my upline and everybody on my team. Anybody have any questions, feel free to unmute and I'll answer a question. If I don't hear any in the next minute, then we will jump off.
Hi, Sean. Brenda here.
Hello, Brenda.
All right, what was step 4? I missed that.
So step 4 was connect to a third party.
Okay,
So,
peek and pass.
yep, whether that's going to be a private Facebook group or a 3-way call, or we've been doing a lot of 3-way Facebook message threads. And
Okay.
that is the step 4.
All right, thank you so much. You were awesome today.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Any other questions, anybody? Feel free to go for it. And there's a little bit of growth that comes when you step out of your comfort zone and unmute and ask a question. That's a growth opportunity there. You might never talk on calls. Just step outside your comfort zone and speak, and there's growth that happens.
You're amazing, Sean.
Hi,
Thank you.
Sean. You're awesome.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Hey, Sean. I have a question. Sorry.
Go ahead with the question.
Amanda, I'm the type of person I need to kind of like re-go over and summarize a little bit so it sets in. Hey, hold on, honey. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. Can we go over the 4 steps again? I think I came in a little bit late in the morning, but
So the 4 steps are, first thing is to drink coffee, be happy. So basically,
product of your product, right?
right? And then share your story. So basically, what did the product do to you? How has this been life-changing for you? Or if you don't have your own story, share someone else's story. Share my story. Share a friend's story. Especially if you're brand new, you want to share someone else's story until you get your own story. Step 3 is share a tool, don't be a tool.
Mm-hmm.
And step 4 is connect to a third party.
And the third party is what you mean by reaching out to
Private Facebook group, meaning invite them to a private Facebook group. If you don't have one, talk to your upline about figuring out how to get one, and then a 3-way call with your upline, or a 3-way Facebook message thread.
Okay. So just always keeping like basically the line of communication. Over. Just keep on driving, keep on pushing.
Absolutely. And the first couple months I was hiding behind books and learning, stuff, and I wasn't taking action. You really got to take that action and step out of your comfort zone and start reaching out to people and
Okay.
developing friendships and, doing the follow-ups. Remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. Some people you're going to have to drip on 10, 12, 15 follow-ups. And sometimes a follow-up just going on their Facebook page, liking and commenting. That's a follow-up, but it's an indirect follow-up.
Okay, so kind of don't overthink it, but just go with it.
And don't overthink when you're doing a post. Just throw one up. Very simple.
Okay.
One simple thing that is the coffee's doing for you, and you just share it on a post. Boom. Overthinking it for me has been counterproductive.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for sharing everything. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem.
Hi, Sean. I have a question if I can ask.
Yep, go for it.
How do you bring someone into the product if they don't use Facebook and you can't add them to the Facebook groups? What's the best way to do something like that?
So that's a great question, because we have to be prepared for, some people hate Facebook. Some people are never going to be on Facebook. Some people have a Facebook, but they never ever touch the app and go into it. So you're going to screenshot a testimonial from your private Facebook group, and that's going to be a follow-up. You're going to say, hey, in a text message, here's a testimonial of someone who is going through the same thing that you're going through. It really helped them. Hearing from a third party, like someone besides yourself, really holds value. Here, and then a couple days later, you go and say, hey, how are you? And every time you talk to them, it's going to trigger, oh yeah, Sean the happy coffee, Sean the happy coffee. And then you could if you still think there's some interest, throw them another testimony. You could throw them 2 to 3 testimonials, and that's going to increase their belief.
Thank you. I understand. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
Hi, Sean. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Does anyone use Twitter and promote on Twitter?
So unfortunately, I'm new to this whole social media technology game. I've never had a Twitter. I don't even know what a Twitter is. And I just knew about 8-9 months ago that I had to get on Facebook, and I started Instagram, but I haven't been consistent on Instagram. So unfortunately, I know nothing about Twitter. Sorry.
That's okay. I was just curious if anybody, used and posted on Twitter. My mains are Facebook and Instagram. So.
Okay, cool.
All right. I'm going to give it a shot, see how it goes.
You go, girl.
Thank you. Thank you for the training.
You're welcome.
I have a suggestion that has been working well for me, if I can let you know.
Go for it.
App a lot, not only for the samples, but like how she mentioned, I've actually had a lot of people that don't have Facebook and Instagram. So those tools are really well written out, very professional. And so you can email it, you can text it, and it's not all of the stuff, but it's got a good, like it talks about the zest, it talks about the max, it's got the ingredients and all that. And then I just go for it and send them my link if they don't have all that. And then again, the screenshotting, the testimonies is great, but the app really has helped me a lot when they're like, what's in it? And they don't have Facebook where I can tag them. I send them that, and it's real professional looking. And they're like, oh, this is great. So if you guys aren't using the app, I would recommend, trying that.
Thank you.
Hey. Okay, cool.
So I think I'm going to call it. Sorry I went over a little on the time, but I hope you all have an amazing day. And remember, I did not do anything that you can't do. It's just going to take, the only difference is I've been in the business 8 or 9 months, and I've showed up 7 days a week, just a little bit of time. Do not rule yourself out, okay? If you haven't been doing the things, start today. It's never too late. We are about to hit a lot of momentum, and remember, you can do it. You absolutely. There's not this simple. So
Wait, Sean, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hi, Hi, this is Ann. I just have a question on how you grow a team. I only have one team member and she's not doing anything right now, really. So I'm just having trouble growing a team. I've been around about 8 months, but I don't have a team yet. So I just wondered how you did that.
So basically, first of all, your one team member who's not doing nothing, make sure you let them know that's 100% okay and you love them just as much regardless, because
I keep checking up on her.
she could be an 80%er, and that's completely okay. She just likes to drink this product and maybe a customer every once in a while, and that's fine. And you're gonna just keep on doing the things in this training, the simple steps, the income producing activities. And if you're not sure if you're on the right track, you want to go to your upline and tell them what you've been doing daily, and then you're going to get more and more customers through following the steps. And then what happened for me is about 20% of my customers recruited themselves and became solopreneurs. And I didn't give up on people. 2 of my biggest legs, both of those people, the first people in those legs it was like maybe a 6-month process of just dripping on them and checking in with them. And, so be patient with people. You probably have your biggest entrepreneur even know that they're going to join the business in 6 months. You just got to stay on course and keep on dripping, keep on loving on people. And it's going to happen if you do the things.
I'm trying to do every day.
You just keep on showing up, and it's gonna happen. And if you're not having success, remember to text like clips of your messages. What are you sending to people? What are they replying with to your upline? Hey, I'm getting stuck here, and then they ghosted me, and then get some guidance from them. And then what is your income producing activities? Oh, you're doing this, this, and this. You're not doing this, and then you don't even realize, holy crap, I've totally gone off course. I haven't been doing that thing. And upline is great for that. Just be bold. Don't be afraid to get on the phone with your upline, because that's one thing I think that has helped me is I'm not shy about, listen, I need help. I'm struggling. I'm not getting success. I'm getting ghosted a lot. My sample conversions at times start to really suck. And then we dig into it and find out oh, okay, well that's why. And then my sampling conversion starts to increase to more customers. And it's just being coachable. And you're gonna do this. So hang in there.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm gonna make it a wrap, folks. Everybody have an amazing day. And I'm so excited for all of us. I look forward to meeting you all in face one day. Kiri, what did Chris say about when I end the meeting, I'm supposed to do something?
He said when you click end, it'll just download to his computer.
Oh, so all I gotta do is click end meeting.
That's right. Good job, Sean. You did great.
Thank you, Sean, so much.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you, Sean. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Sean.
Thank you.
Have a happy weekend.
You too.
Thank you. It was great.
God bless everyone.
So nice.
Bless.